Welcome to Security Lens on BCOS Television. I am Mary Adedapo with security news, updates and insights. The Senate has passed the landmark constitutional alteration bill seeking to establish state police across the Federation, marking a major step in Nigeria's decades-long debate over how decentralized the country's policing structure to address worsening insecurity. The passage followed a rigorous clause-by-clause consideration of the bill and came after more than two-thirds of the senators voted in support through a manual voting process conducted on the floor of the chamber. Senate President Godswill Akpabio announced the passage of the legislation after lawmakers overwhelmingly backed the proposal during plenary. The upper chamber approved the bill after considering the report of the Senate Committee on the Review of the Constitution presented by Deputy Senate President and Committee Chairman Barau Jibrin. The bill's provisions were first considered at the Committee of the Whole before lawmakers adopted them and proceeded to a final vote. As part of ongoing efforts to enhance security, the Oyo State government declared a 16-hour curfew in 10 local government areas. Governor Seyi Makinde approved the declaration in a memo issued by Secretary to the State Government, Professor Musibau Babatunde. According to a release signed by the Special Advisor to the Governor of Media, Dr. Sulaiman Olanrewaju, the curfew takes effect from Wednesday, 24th of June, 2026. The curfew, which is between 4 p.m. and 8 a.m. and lasts for 48 hours, in the first instance, affects local government areas bordering the Old Oyo National Park. The affected local government areas include Oriri, Orelope, Irekpo, Shaki West, Shaki East, Atisbo, Itesiwaju, Isheyin, Olorunshogo, and Atiba local government. The memo urged residents of the affected local government areas to comply fully with the directive as security agencies intensify operations to ensure safety of lives and property. Security operatives enforced the dusk-to-dawn curfew imposed by the Oyo State government across 10 local government areas affected by the recent security challenges. Commercial and social activities were largely brought to halt as residents complied with these restrictions. BCOS correspondent in Ogbomoso, Aderemi Akomu, visited Ikoyi at about 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday to assess the level of compliance and the general situation in the area. His report is presented by Bimbo Akombi.
With the curfew imposed on 10 local government areas of Oyo State taking effect, residents of Ikoyi, the headquarters of Orire local government area, largely complied with the directive aimed at restoring security in the affected communities. The curfew, which commenced at 4 p.m. on Wednesday, was introduced to address security concerns in communities surrounding the Old Oyo National Park and facilitate efforts to secure the release of victims abducted during the May 15 attack on 3 schools in Orire local government area. A visit to Ikoyi revealed widespread compliance with the directive. Shops and business premises opposite the Orire local government secretariat were under lock and key, while livestock occupied the usually busy commercial area. Major roads leading into the town were largely deserted as residents stayed indoors in observance of the restriction. A filling station within the town also suspended operation in compliance with the curfew order. Police officers led by the Divisional Police Officer Ayodeji Ajewole alongside operatives of the Amotekun Corps monitored compliance with the directive and ensured strict adherence within the town and surrounding communities. Some commercial drivers traveling along the Igbeti-Ikoyi-Ogbomosho Federal Road were temporarily held for security screening before being allowed to continue their journeys after due checks.
In the meantime, Oyo State Governor Engineer Seyi Makinde has approved the extension of the curfew imposed on 10 local government areas bordering the old Oyo National Park by 24 hours. This was made known by the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Musba Babatunde, in a memo. Recall that the Oyo State Government had announced the 4 p.m. to 8 a.m. curfew in 10 local government areas on June 23, 2026. With this extension, the curfew, which was to last for 48 hours in the first instance, will continue to Saturday, June 27, 2026. The affected local government areas are Orire, Orelope, Irepo, Shaki West, Shaki East, Atisbo, Itesiwaju, Iseyin, Olorunsogo, and Atiba. The Oyo State Police Command has dismissed as false and misleading a social media video claiming that abducted school children and teachers from Orire local government area have been moved to Kaduna State by helicopter. In a statement issued by the Police Public Relations Officer DSP Ayonlade Olayinka, the command described the video as unverified, unfounded, and completely lacking in credibility. The police said the claim concerning the abducted children and teachers of Awori Siele and Yawata communities in Orire local government area has no factual basis and should be disregarded by members of the public. According to the statement, intensive rescue operations are still ongoing, with the police working closely with other security and intelligence agencies to ensure the safe rescue of the victims and arrest of those responsible for the abduction. The command expressed concern over the spread of misinformation, noting that false reports could create unnecessary panic, mislead the public, and hinder ongoing security operations. It warned individuals and groups against originating or circulating unverified information, especially on matters relating to public safety and national security, stressing that anyone found culpable would face legal consequences. The police further urged residents of Oyo State and the general public to remain calm, vigilant, and supportive of ongoing rescue efforts by relying on information from official and verified sources. The Oyo State Police Command reassured the public of its commitment to protecting lives and property, adding that all available resources are being deployed to secure the safe return of the abducted teachers and children.
The Stakeholder Security Summit brought together government officials, security personnel, traditional rulers, religious leaders, transport union representatives, community leaders, and other stakeholders to deliberate on prevailing security challenges and explore strategies for strengthening the security architecture of Akinyele local government area. In his opening remarks, the chairman, Akinyele local government, Mr. Wole Akinleye, noted that growing security concerns across the country, including the recent abduction incidents in Orire local government area of Oyo State, underscore the need for proactive and coordinated security measures, while appreciating Governor Seyi Makinde for his commitment to maintaining security across the state. Mr. Akinleye disclosed that efforts were underway to provide additional support for security posts and improve mobility for security operatives to enhance surveillance and response capabilities, particularly in vulnerable and remote communities.
We are building on the solid platform that His Excellency Governor Seyi Makinde has laid, and we are bringing the message to our people that if you see something, say something. There are a lot of new developments within the security architecture within Nigeria, and in particular in Oyo State. We are confronted with new challenges, and we must, of course, brace our people to be able to confront and overcome these challenges.
The Executive Assistant to the Governor on Security, retired Commissioner of Police Sunday Odukoya, in his remarks stressed that achieving a safe and secure society requires collective responsibility and effective collaboration between government agencies, security operatives, and members of the public.
They should only continue to partner with the chairman, have synergy. Our security operatives too, they should have synergy among themselves to achieve. And when you see something, say something. This 615 free toll is free. Pass useful information, not for people to just make a call. And they will drop it.
Security operatives at the summit also cautioned residents against the spread of fake news and unverified information, noting that misinformation could undermine security efforts, create unnecessary panic, and hamper ongoing operations. The event featured presentation of motorcycles to security operatives to enhance patrol operations and improve rapid response to security incidents across the council area.
So on behalf of myself and the management of Akiele local government, we are presenting this for motorcycle.
The summit was themed Sensitization of Stakeholders on Emerging Security Threats and Trends in Nigeria. Adeola Oladile.
As insecurity continues to pose serious challenges across Nigeria, stakeholders are renewing calls for citizens to play active roles in safeguarding their communities while supporting security agencies. Retired Assistant Inspector General of Police Ade Ajakaye and Public Affairs Analyst Adesumbo Badejoko made the call while speaking with BCOS News on the persistent security threats affecting different parts of the country. Here are the details as presented by Gbemisola Adebayo.
From banditry and kidnapping to armed robbery and communal clashes, insecurity has remained a major concern for many Nigerians. While security remains the constitutional responsibility of government, observers say the fight against crime cannot be left to security agencies alone. Retired Assistant Inspector General of Police Ade Ajakaye, in an interview with BCOS News, says citizens must become more security conscious by providing timely and useful information to law enforcement agencies. He notes that community members are often the first to notice suspicious movements and activities and therefore have a crucial role to play in crime prevention. Speaking on ways to tackle the security challenges facing the country, AIG Ade Ajakaye, retired, stressed the need for adoption of state and community policing.
We need it, not just state police, local government police should also come alive. When you're talking about community policing, if we have local government police, why do we need community policing for? All those are the things we need. Look, for a long time, the federal government has refused to allow the states and federal government to exist according to our law, to our constitution. They should have local government police, which will have state police. And I'm glad the step that is coming around now. Very soon, it will come alive. If everybody begin to be his own soldier, his own policeman, there will be no peace in anywhere, in any inch of this country. I don't think we'll come to that. The government will listen. Once the police, state police will come on board, later the local government police will come on board. Everything should be okay.
Also speaking, Public Affairs Analyst Adesumbo Badejoko advocates stronger community-based security initiatives, stressing that collective vigilance can help curb criminal activities before they escalate. The stakeholders emphasize that self-defense should not be mistaken for taking the law into one's hands, but rather being alert, security conscious, and cooperating with relevant authorities.
If we decide to adopt it, allow community set up their own maybe vigilante, or allow people carry arms to defend themselves, there is every possibility of a faster response, because rather than waiting for security agencies who are located in a distance, you can easily mobilize yourself from the immediate environment and tackle the crime head on. Then it gives an advantage of local intelligence, because everyone in the community knows themselves. Now that they know that their security is in their own hands, everyone will be very vigilant, meaning when you have suspicious movements around the community, it will be very easily to detect. Then you can ask questions from strangers that you are seeing. So intelligence gathering locally will be faster. Then it's going to create a kind of self-control and restore confidence back in the people, since they know that their security is in their hand. They have that confidence to defend themselves. They won't have to rely on the long distance help coming from the government or through the security agency.
As calls for improved security measures continue to grow, experts believe that stronger collaboration between citizens, communities, and security agencies remain essential to tackling insecurity and ensuring a safer society for all. Just as Governor Seyi Makinde's slogan, "If you see something, say something." Bimsola Adebayo.
False security alerts are becoming an increasing source of concern as misinformation continues to spread rapidly, particularly through social media platforms and instant messaging channels. Although such alerts may appear harmless, they often trigger unnecessary panic, disrupt economic and social activities, and in some cases create more anxiety than actual security situations they claim to report. In this report, Oyeshile Oloyede examines the dangers of false security alerts and why members of the public are being urged to stay informed without spreading unverified information and reports.
False security alerts are unverified or misleading reports of security threats that have not been confirmed by relevant authorities. Such reports often spread quickly through social media, messaging applications, and word of mouth, creating fear, confusion, and unnecessary panic among the public. Speaking with BCOS News, the Public Relations Officer of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Oyo State Command, Superintendent Samuel Okpebiyi, said false security alerts can have serious consequences. According to him, they can disrupt economic activities, undermine public confidence in security agencies, and divert critical resources and attention away from genuine security threats and emergency situations. He noted that the impact of false information can sometimes be as damaging as the threats they falsely portray, particularly when communities react based on fear rather than fact.
Raising false alarm will only damage our economy, will damage our trust system, will damage our reputation. So we must get ourselves informed that we have the role, the responsibility to make sure that we verify every information that we are giving out there. If you can't find it from reputable media sources, make sure you don't spread it. And if you are not convinced whether it is true or it is false, what you need to do is to meet with security agencies, get them informed that this is what we are hearing, and they have the technicalities of how to identify false alarm from the one that is true.
Superintendent Okpebiyi advised members of the public to verify security-related information through credible media organizations and relevant security agencies before sharing it with others. He stressed that combating the spread of false security alerts require collective responsibility, including the responsible use of social media and active cooperation with security agencies.
They must work to make sure that they verify such information themselves. Verification becomes very, very important. Personal verification as a citizen, and then checking from reputable media source, and then working as citizens with relevant security agencies within their domain to make sure that information that they are gathering, they are receiving from whatever source is genuine.
He further encouraged citizens to report suspicious or questionable information to the appropriate authorities for verification rather than circulating unconfirmed reports. As concerns over misinformation continue to grow, security experts emphasize that public vigilance must be guided by fact and credible information. They maintain that while staying informed is essential, verifying information before acting on or sharing it remains crucial to safeguarding public safety and preventing unnecessary panic. Oyeshile Oloyede.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has uncovered a multi-billion naira clandestine methamphetamine laboratory in Oyo State and arrested 5 suspects, including a Mexican national, allegedly recruited to provide technical expertise for the illicit operation. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the NDLEA, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, retired, disclosed this during a press briefing in Abuja, describing the discovery as a major breakthrough in the agency's ongoing campaign against drug trafficking and production syndicates. Represented by the agency spokesman Femi Babafemi, Mariwa said the laboratory located deep inside the forest in Takpa village, Ibarapa North Local Government area of Oyo State, was raided on June 17 following actionable intelligence. The NDLEA boss identified the suspect arrested during the operation as a 56-year-old Mexican methamphetamine expert, Joseph Villa Ochoa, and 4 Nigerians, Maxwell Neville, 30 years, Olatunji Yusuf, 37 years, Bankole Uwolabi, 45, and Ganiyu Monsiu, 43 years. Marwa said the arrest of the foreign suspect highlighted the international dimension of the drug trade. It disclosed that forensic experts deployed to the site after the raid uncovered what it described as a massive factory-level production line of poison. According to him, the laboratory was stocked with large quantities of precursor chemicals, industrial catalysts, and processing equipment used in the manufacture of methamphetamine. Marwa said immediate field tests conducted by forensic experts confirmed the presence of methamphetamine. The NDLEA chairman described the seizure as another major blow to drug syndicates seeking to establish production base in Southwest region. The use of mobile phones at filling stations remains a safety concern as it can distract customers from adhering to important safety precautions during the refueling process. Experts say distractions may cause motorists to overlook basic precautions such as switching off vehicle engines, properly handling fuel nozzles, or responding promptly to potential hazards. Temitokpe Ogunleye in this report examines the dangers associated with the use of mobile phones at filling stations. Our report is presented by Bimbo Akombi.
Safety remains a top priority at filling stations, where large volumes of petroleum products are stored, handled, and dispensed daily. To prevent accidents and protect lives and property, both customers and station attendants are expected to comply strictly with established safety regulations. One issue that continues to generate concern is the use of mobile phones while refueling vehicles. Given the widespread dependence on mobile devices, many customers may not fully appreciate the potential risks associated with their use in such environments. Speaking with BCOS News, a filling station manager, Mr. Stephen Kolawole, explained that the use of mobile phones during refueling is discouraged because it can distract customers from observing critical safety procedures and may contribute to hazardous situations. He noted that station users are regularly reminded to comply with safety guidelines, including refraining from phone use while purchasing fuel, as a precautionary measure aimed at preventing accidents and possible fire outbreaks.
We have a different kind of phones. Some people, they don't know that the battery inside the phone determines the radiation from the phone when you are making calls. Some phones, like all those small phones, they don't know whether at times if the battery is old, and when you are making call due to the vibration, it can cause explosion. Once the explosion occurs, what happens? There will be fire outbreak. That's why we will make sure that they should not allow anybody, whether attendant, a customer, they should not be allowed to make call and to receive call. But some people will say, no, I'm not I'm inside my car, I want up. We used to tell them, if you fail to do so, to comply with the instruction, we will stop selling for you.
Some customers who spoke with BCOS News said they deliberately avoid using mobile phones at filling stations in compliance with safety regulations. Others noted that they switch off their phones or keep them away during refueling as an additional safety precaution.
I don't use it because they said that it's too dangerous for the people to use it. That is why I don't use it when I'm in the petrol station.
I can receive call because at the man anyway, that's very good. Me anybody to even to receive call if I receive call
mi receive le ko even though wọ́n ní pé jet a máa ń lò yẹn gan pé téèyàn bá ń da epo sínú rẹ̀ pé kò dáa kí èèyàn máa lo fóònù láti fi tan iná sí torí pé kíni kọ́ lè wọlé nígbà díta téèyàn ń rọ epo síbẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ló dẹ̀ lè gba iná.
Both the station manager and customers stressed the importance of observing safety regulations and avoiding unnecessary distractions while refueling. They maintained that adherence to safety precautions remains essential to preventing accidents and ensuring a safe environment for workers and customers alike.
Thank you for joining Security Lens on BCOS Television. My name is Mary Adejapo. If you see something, say something, and be sure that the government will do something. Be security conscious. Bye for now.